evening, good evening, good evening. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. I help men and women relate, get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that leave quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic is the number one thing you can do to love a good man. The number one thing you can do to love a good man. Okay. If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. I want you guys to share this live with your friends. I want you to share this video with your friends. And please participate. Let me know what you think. If you have some experience in all of this, I would like to hear your input into the things that we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, it's not going to be easy because, like we got some issues. I got issues. And I wanna let you know that I decided all I want is you. Sing her. You, you. All right. So, have you ever thought you loved a man properly, and just to find out when you ask him, some of y'all don't be asking. When you ask him, "Are you happy?" He says no. Or he shows that he's not happy, right? Or you just were never taught. It just fell apart. The other day something happened, and I remember somebody telling me, and I'm about to go to my 20th. I should look good. My 20th high school reunion. Okay. They stopped me like, "Ma'am, there's no way you're 37. You look like you're in your 20s." I said, "I have a 17-year-old daughter." That's like to prove it. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? What was I talking about? They said something to me a long time ago. Then my daughters brought it up, and I was like, "Ooh, I never changed that. I kept that the way I like to enjoy my food." I kept that the way, and I was like, I remember somebody was then talking to me for like 2 minutes. He's like, no, I don't like the way I don't like that. That's not for me." Right? And I was like, yo, all this time I didn't make the adjustment. What other things? A lot of times as women, let's talk about society. Like, first of all, I had to tell you, it's going to be a lot of side notes. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Uh, subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? Whatever channel you on, wherever you're watching this, go to YouTube, put in my channels and Ruth Marquise, Marquis, and go to subscribe, my friend, because it's going to be good, okay? First of all, shout out to us, Team Ruth Marquise, Team Ruth. We are serving Maryland for real estate services now. We are in PA. Hey, where you at, girl? We are in PA. We are in Delaware. And then we are in Maryland. So yay to that. If you wanted to see our live, check out Ruth Marquise group. The video showing you some Maryland properties is on that channel. Okay. I'm getting very organized and separating and all of that, and we got this. We got this. Okay. So if you want to go check out some Maryland properties and see what they got USDA properties. They got a lot of good stuff going on. We got some home buying seminars. So stay tuned. And if anything, just text us 267-259-4639 so you can get details. Okay. Just text one word, house, or, move. And if you text one of those two things, we will set up a consultation with you, and we will get you on the phone for a one-on-one free. Okay, so other announcements. If you are Ruth in Relationships is offering free one-on-one coaching for relationships this week only. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but this week only. Okay. Let me see if I can find the link out for you guys. All right, I'll put the link up when I abracadabra you doing something else, right? I'll put the link up for you, okay? If not, just contact us and we'll give you the link. All right. So schedule that free 30 minutes. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna be great. Trust me. All right, now. Unfortunately, see, I haven't cried on this show. Like I have. If y'all paid attention, I did cry a couple times on the show. Okay, and it wasn't bad moments. It wasn't like, oh, I got shot. Nothing like. Why did I choose that got shot? It wasn't nothing like that. She said, "What? Hey, Keisha, how are you?" It wasn't nothing crazy like that, but it was some really good moments. Like I was like, right? It touched me. So a couple times, yeah, got me. But then this one got me right here today, and I was like, I don't even cry on the show no more. And that is society has conditioned us to not love our men. Society has conditioned us to not love our men. Society has told us they're not worth the fuss, they're not worth the trouble, they're all going to do bad things to us, they're inherently evil. And those guys, they're out there. Don't get me wrong. I am not a fool. I'm still a woman. Okay. I have been burnt by the worst and the best. However, there are plenty more good men. Okay. I'm gonna say when in the remember when back in the day when I used to say like back in the day, it's only been a couple months, right? I used to say it's a lot. I said it's not. It's just five bad men out there. They just keep circulating. They just keep circulating, right? And it's five bad women out there. They just keep circulating too. So I am not blind to that fact, but they don't exist in my world, right? You spot them, you avoid them, and that's why you get the information that you need. So that way you're not duped, fooled, and taken on a ride by these people. Okay, you have to learn how to notice people's character, notice what makes a person amazing, and that's why you got to be amazing because real recognize real. What you mean, right? What? So the more you work on yourself, the more. Oh my gosh, is that a revelation, Ruth? Is that a Are you telling on yourself when you keep on choosing people that don't have good character? Does that mean you don't have good character? Oh, that's a that's a. All right, my jaw gonna hurt, my thigh gonna hurt at the end of this. It's okay. So, is it the fact that we don't have the character that we want in our partner that we can't recognize good character in a partner? Or is it that we're looking for the guy or the girl that society will accept and say, wow, you got the prize, you got the trophy? Who the hell cares if they like your partner, if they like your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife? Who cares? They don't have to go home to them every night. You do. When you keep believing lies that you shouldn't love somebody, you shouldn't respect somebody, you should not cooperate with somebody, what world are we living in? So just to say love a man, why I gotta love a man? Why you can't love me? That's the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And that's where we are. And I know some of y'all don't live in that world, but we hear it all the time. And in the back of your mind, if you're thinking like this, you got to think, just like I be telling people how we've been brainwashed about schooling and how it's like, and it's like, it's almost like after you go through the whole thing, that's when you're like, oh my gosh, my eyes are open. Oh my gosh. You had to go through it. You had to see it for yourself to just understand and say what to hear me the first time. No, it got to happen to you. Some of y'all, I gotta know for myself, okay? And then you gonna come back and know that I was right. I try not to say I told you so, but I told you so. Okay. Now, so loving a man is a no-brainer. How do you properly love a man? One main thing. The number one thing you have to do to properly love a man is to accept him. Accept him. Flaws and all. Accept him. When you like, ooh, I don't like the way you dress today. Sometimes he don't like how you dress. Sometimes he's embarrassed about how many pairs of lashes you got on your face, or that you have fake lashes at all. Sometimes he don't like your he don't want to tell you, but your body part is sticking out and it don't look attractive. But he still loves you. He takes you for who you are. They take they if a man decides to marry you, then he says, I want you to stay like this. Remember we learned that? He wants you to stay like this. And women is like, I'm gonna change this about him, that about him, that about him, that about him. When you don't accept him, you don't have the proper level of respect for him. If you can look at respect like how much you adore love for a woman, women, we want love. If the same way, like this is a transaction, it means it got to go both ways. Some services rendered gives you the money, right? Okay, so that means even every day as you do your everyday activities, you're always exchanging something. How are you going to get love and you don't give nothing? Explain that to me. How do you get love and you give nothing? Don't you think you got to give something? Here's the problem. Men don't need your love. They need your respect. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Men don't need your love. They need your respect. If you respect him, okay. All right, I got y'all. No problem. Think I'm playing with you today. Think I'm playing with you. RESPCT. Find out what it means to me. RESPCT. No, we did not. We did not look at, oh my gosh. Maybe we just never looked at the definition of respect. Aha, that's my favorite part. Word of the day is respect. I know you heard it and you like, nah, yeah, Ruth, I heard that before. I know what respect is. Sometimes you really got to look at it so you can meditate on the words. I need you to meditate on the word. Meditate meaning find the key words. A feeling. Respect is a feeling of deep. Oh, don't start. Deep admiration. Y'all made me want to be a preacher. Stop playing with me. A feeling of deep, not admiration, deep admiration. Do you have deep admiration for your man? You plan to, except for, okay, hold on. You plan to, thank you for the likes. Make sure you hit the like button on my YouTube channel too. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievement. Watch this. Do you have a deep admiration? Not for your dream guy, for the guy you got, sis. You're not. You gotta stop being mad at the people. You're not gonna get. I'm not saying you're not gonna get your dream guy, but your dream guy is a human being. Even if you got your dream house, you know I'm your favorite realtor. Your dream house is gonna have some repairs. Your dream house, if you left the water leaking, it's gonna run to the next bottom floor. Your dream house has to properly be cared for. Your dream house has to be maintained. It has to be inspected, and no house is perfect. I don't care if they just built it yesterday. It's gonna be something on that home inspection. I mean, the home inspector gonna he gonna give you your money worth. Yes, he is. You know how many people complain and they got a brand new house? Your dream girl goes to the bathroom. Your dream girl burps and farts. She probably tried not to do it around you. I know I burst somebody's bubble. So stop talking about dream girl, dream guy, and you ain't a dream. And you're not perfect. And I don't care how much you go when you go to sleep, it's all gonna come out. So they drool when they go to sleep. So you can't say, oh, I'll only deeply admire him because if he's my dream guy. Come on, it don't make sense. It has to be logical. It has to 1 + 1 has to equals 2. It has to be the same across the board. You cannot make rules 1 + 1 is 4, 1 + 1 is whatever I say it's gonna be. That only worked for Will Smith. Calm down. Sorry. I'm tired of y'all coming on the line talking about why are you yelling at the people today, Ruth? If y'all agree, say you agree. If you disagree, say you disagree. And tell me why, please. Deep admiration. Deep admiration. Admire. Oh, y'all thought I was done. Hold up. I got you. Hold up. Because we can do this all night. Let's look up the word admiration. Respect or warm approval. Do you give warm approval to your man? No, we talk about the men loving a man tonight. That's what we talking about. Don't bring me no women loving a man. Stop saying you want to be married, or if you want to be married, stop saying you want to have a long-term partner. He still want respect and love and adoration too. You think that's only reserved for husbands? Anybody you're with is going to want this. This is what men want. Why would you stay with somebody? Why would you literally take all that you can get from a man and then give him halfway and then be like, I can't believe he cheated on me? Calm down. If you have warm approval, it's gonna be hard. So let's say another woman wants to give him warm approval, wants to be like, oh, it's so nice to see you, and all of those things, right? Let's say that he gets that from another woman. But if you're already putting it in there, if you already filled his cup, right? If I have a cup, I got you. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm serious about it. I did not come to play tonight. Okay? This is you. You coming. Yeah, I ain't gonna sweat him too much. I love him and stuff, but he got some work to do before he get my admiration, before he gets my deep admiration. What if you were saying, you know what? I respect you. I'm gonna treat you with respect. I'm gonna say words. I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna look up to you in certain areas where you are strong, and when you're doing a good job, I'm gonna let you know. Hold on, the cup is full. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna watch those videos that Ruth was talking about how to make a man feel good in his own environment. This is his home. He decided that he wanted to live in a house with you. He could have lived in the house by himself, ma'am, without you. So now you're there. You can't. You ain't nowhere for you to go. Why not make it a great environment? Make the house a great environment. The kids a great environment. Y'all time together a great environment. Leave him alone when he won't be left alone. Be there when he wants you to be there. Look at this cup. Okay? Don't laugh at my cup. I ain't got fancy cups yet. Working on it. This cup is full. Even if another woman wanted to pour into his cup, where is she going to have any room? He's already full. When you have a full cup, you don't need any more. She could say whatever she want to say. But when that cup was halfway, it was room. There was a lot of room for him to say, well, my cup is half empty anyway. I'll take your little compliments. I like the way you look at me. You looking mighty fine today. My woman don't look fine. I was looking at a girl at a restaurant today. I was like, he is dressed and you're not. Ma'am, why? And here I am walking down the street dressed. She dressed to go down the street. Sure is. She sure is. Monet says, hey, Mom, how are you, love? This is how you love a man. You fill his cup. Whatever this cup says, if it says a big respect sign on it, you give him what he wants. Stop giving wallets for Father's Day. He don't need no more wallets. What does the wallet symbolize? Put more money in it for me. The tie, right? The tools. Give him what he wants, not what he needs. Well, he needs and wants this respect, right? But give him what he wants, which is respect, not what you think he wants. Y'all get the point? Okay. So now, the way you show, hold on, let me finish my definition. I ain't done with it. And if you just tell him the title, okay, this is for people like in a relationship or you're preparing yourself for being in a relationship. If you tell him the title of the show and he go, and this happened, This literally happened today. If he go, psh, like, you need to tell her, right? If he do that, ma'am, take notes, put into action, create an action plan, get to work. Get to work. We, as women, we don't have time to criticize our man because we are too busy working on ourselves. We don't got time to figure out what he's doing because we got to figure out what we're doing to make ourselves the best. And honestly, if you're in a relationship, you're not married yet, and if you're best, if you're like, oh, I'm not doing that for him, you're not doing it for him. You're doing it for you. And if he's not the right person, then you're already prepared for the right person because you did it for you. So it's him or better, him or next. Y'all get that? So I had to have that kind of mindset when I was working out. When I was working out, y'all, because I do a lot of work now, but it's not in the gym right now. Right? I was like, I'm either gonna get fine and this gonna be a thing, or I'm gonna be fine and give me another one. It's either way, I'm gonna be fine. And it worked. It was a good plan, job. And that's how I see it all the time. It's like, okay, well, I'm doing this for me anyway. You just get the benefits. It is what it is. Now, let me get back to my definitions. Deep admiration, okay? So, admiration is something regarded as impressive or worthy of respect. This is how you step your game up as a woman. I said, word impressive. I'm not saying make it up. But if the man doesn't impress you, I don't think you should be with him. Unless you're one of those people that's not so easily impressed by anything. You know what this is. I was in appraisal class today, okay? Let me give you a little quick real estate lesson. I ain't going to give you too much because you gotta hire me for the listing presentation, okay? All right, or for the listing appointment. Now, if a house, okay, he was saying how if a house is lower than the average home in that area, meaning the bathrooms, less square footage, then whatever improvement that seller makes is going to it's going to give him a better price. It's going to put him in a better ballpark, but he's not going to get a dollar for dollar. But if everybody's here and the seller makes an improvement that makes his house the best on the block. I mean, this is crucial, critical real estate information. I'm trying to tell you. If that house stands out, then whatever money that person spent on that bathroom, on that kitchen, it's going to dramatically push their it's going to be worth it dollar for dollar. Usually when you fix a house to go sell it, you don't get all your money back. That's real. You don't get all your money back. But when you make your house the best house on the block, now it can't be over improved. Like you can't just do too much. You're never going to get that back. But if you put yourself higher than the rest, then you're going to make that money. Now, when you are dating and all the guys are here and this guy is here, he may not be up here, but he's here. He's doing better than the average guy. That is a reason to be impressed. That is the reason to be impressed. The same thing. Mad respect to people that they say little things, whatever, in the past. But it's like they know that I had 4 kids. So they're like, and they're like, for 4 kids, she got a good, you know what I mean? Like they're looking at all the other people that had 4 kids, and they was like, "Ma'am, that don't match, man. You're a little higher than that." But then if you compare it to something else that somebody with no kids, you see what I'm saying? This is what women do. This is what we do. You compare it to if you compare me to a woman that had no kids and was thin, oh child, I look like a chunky monkey. Even though I'm not, I got it going on for whatever it is. But now we're trying to get to perfection. But sometimes we want perfection from our men, and that's why we can't be impressed. You see how with a problem where when you take responsibility for something and accountability for something, it gives you the power. It doesn't give them the power. It gives you the power because you can change it. When you give away your power and say, oh, it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. He should be the one to impress me. He should be the one. It should be on him. You're giving him power. You're giving the man, any man that you're saying that about, power. If it makes sense, say it makes sense. So when he does above average, you should be impressed. Because when you do above average, you're not perfect yourself. I want you to look at the example I gave. You're not perfect. And if he compared you to other women, this is why when them guys be saying, I could find 5 of you at the gas station, and the girl's fine as hell, but her attitude sucks. He's like, yo, y'all are everywhere. What we can't find is a woman with a great attitude. And these are the things that you do to tweak your attitude. I know you don't want to hear me, but it's okay. I'm going to keep talking. All right. Admiration. Okay. So something guarded as impressive or worthy of respect. Do you think he's worthy of respect? Do you think he's worthy of respect? That is admiration. It don't be like, oh my God, you're perfect. I worship and adore. Admiration is worthy of respect. You deserve my respect. Pleasurable contemplation is the last one. Those are all 3 definitions. So we got that. Okay, so back to the respect definition. Let me show it to you again. I just got it right. Okay. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities. Men, we respect your abilities just for the sheer fact that he got that hand strength. Okay, ladies, y'all like, oh, whatever, your little hand strength, nobody care. All right. Well, you try putting oil in your car and you can't open up the can. Like, I just be like, thank God for men. I don't care. I was like, maybe it's a hand machine at the thing. Like, pretty soon my baby boy gonna be able to have more hand strength than me. Okay, he only 2, going on 3. I couldn't open that joint for nothing. I got the rag, everything, and I'm just like, please, sir, can you please help me? Just open it. I don't even need you to pour the oil. Can you just open it? And it'd be like a teenager, and I'm like, this emoji right here. The teenager can open it and I can't, right? Because he has abilities that I don't have. Qualities. Thank you, love. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. Qualities. Like, for 1 second, act like a man is good. Just for 1 second. It's so sad. Like, please do. Please act like it's good men in the world. I know they told you. Look, think about it. They're gonna tell you black men are evil. They're gonna make you think that black men are trash. They're gonna make you think that black men are good for nothing. It's propaganda. There's plenty of black men that would treat you well. There's plenty of black men. You just have not trained your brain. You haven't messed your appetite. What was it? I was eating Auntie Annie's pretzel today. And, based off of my new diet, I've been cutting back on the nonsense, okay? I start tasting extra sugar and stuff and extra salt. And I was like, what, are y'all trying to kill me with this cheese? It was my favorite cheese for the longest. Now I know what those people, when people like, no, that's too much salt. I used to hate those people. I used to hate the low sodium people. Shut up! Don't cut my sodium down. Now I'm just like, I can see how too much salt. Okay, too much. Will, hey, what's up, Will? He says, tell him. There's good men out there. So so my point was your taste. You have to change your palate. This thing is moving. You got to change your palate of what a good man looks like. You got to change your palate. This girl, you're going to be like, oh no. Why would I respect him for doing basic things? Because miss, in this scenario that she about to talk about, you're not working, ma'am. That's basic. You better be what? I'll get to it. There are good men out there. You have to change your taste. Now, this is one thing I want to address. I want to address the fact that women ridicule or laugh at or belittle men on their looks. But me, I'm a God-fearing woman. So why would I disrespect God and call people ugly. And I mean, this is a habit we got to break, calling people ugly. It's kind of like disrespecting God's creation. So I decided I wasn't gonna call people ugly. I don't know how I snuck back up. It's not, they're not ugly until they got a bad attitude. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. They're not ugly until they have a bad. I don't. She can be the finest woman. She ugly. If she got a bad attitude, you just think I don't like it, right? Or even a handsome man. So I try not to judge men on just the looks. Because if you're looking at a bunch of men, you'll really be stuck like, oh my gosh, like if I went on this and that and all the looks and all of that, this is why it's so tricky for women. And by the way, y'all didn't know apps, women make out better in apps than the guys do. It's research behind it. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get to that topic, but remind me. So listen, okay, let me finish that side note. The side note is, men, y'all gonna have to start talking to women on the street again, because the same guys that's winning in life and winning the women and all the women want, they're killing it on the apps, while the regular guys are not getting as much play. I'm gonna leave that alone. And if you notice that, let me know. Back to the topic. So judging a man based off of, oh my gosh, how did he look? How did he look? It's not everything. It can't be the top one, but you have to be attracted to him. I do believe in that. I don't believe in like blindly closing my eyes, but you got to be attracted to him. Okay. So being attracted to him, something about when you actually love him, he just become the most, we're not lying. Okay, guys. They become the most attractive individuals in your entire life. Okay. That is just what it is. Once you actually have that deep, that love and deep admiration and all that. Yeah. So don't judge men based off looks. That's kind of, and don't laugh at them based off looks, because women are the fairer sex, meaning God intended for women to be beautiful. God intended. I mean, when I say, okay, when I say I never noticed the 60 and 70, or even 60 and 70-year old, 20, 10, whatever, they're like, if women don't like this, y'all, but they looking, okay, they are looking, so they're programmed to look, and we're programmed to be beautiful, right? And whether we want to take advantage of it or not, whether we want to doll it up or not, that's what we look like. Why would you make fun of them for the same thing that you didn't earn it, you didn't pay for your looks? So that's the same thing. That's like laughing at him. That's like a man laughing at a woman for not having money. If you laugh at a man for his looks, he can laugh at you for money, and that would be fair. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. He could laugh at you for not having any money. What does one thing have to do with the other? And you'll be like, well, it doesn't matter because I have good looks. Let's say a woman had good looks, right? And she didn't have any money. Oh, it doesn't matter because I have good looks. Why does that matter that you have good looks? Because that's what men want. Okay, so women want a provider. Okay, so why would a man care about your money if women want a provider anyway? It makes sense. The other definition for respect is due regard for the feelings. Hey, oh my, shut up, Ruth. Oh, I didn't know it was going this way. I did not know. I'm gonna tell you that. This was anyway. Due regard for feelings, wishes, rights, and traditions of others. Respect. You, so put a man in that definition. Respect for a man is regarding, due regard. That means it's due. You got to regard. Okay, we got to look up the word regard. Regard. Think about, girl. She look up too many words. I don't care, because it gets so much clarity when you look up words. Okay. So regard is to consider or think of something in a specified way. The attention or concern for something. Okay, regard. Now, so you're giving attention to his feelings. I knew that was gonna click. Hey, attention to his feelings, wishes, his rights, his traditions. Due regard for his. You want to know how to love a man properly, how to love a good man. You have to regard his feelings. Matter of fact, you have to, if you have regard for his feelings, you would sit and get the information on how to cultivate and what cultivate an attitude of respect for him by listening and learning and growing. Okay, so cultivating, we're cultivating right now. Due regard for feelings, wishes, rights, and traditions. His traditions. Why would you make fun of his traditions? Why would you minimize and belittle his rights, his wishes, his feelings? This is literally what society has programmed us to do. Not only that, I learned that the curse, because I'm telling y'all the curse, man, Adam and Eve, take it back, Adam and Eve, that the wife would be contending with her husband and the husband would rule over her. I ain't see that one, but I see it now. I said, what? She is naturally gonna come up. She's gonna naturally want to fight for power in her relationship. All right, I'm done with that. That was good. I liked it. I like my rabbit holes. My rabbit holes are fun. Yeah, fun rabbit holes. Okay, so let's get to the video. You have to learn to accept him, guys. Accepting a man and still respecting him? Oh my, Ruth, you asking for too much. Put too much in the comments if I said, Ruth, you said say too much. Don't be mad. Okay? Let me switch my screen up. Woo, child. Hey everybody, it's Bitchy Mark. Now, this woman's Christian. I am a Christian as well. So we kind of go by what the Bible says. Okay? It is, I was in a meeting today. She's like, this, it's not Bible. It's not the standard. Like, you know what I mean? So she didn't mean to say it. She's like, oh shoot, I put my foot in my mouth. But it's okay. But we know what that means. But for us, it's like this is the truth. And it's so crazy because like, oh, okay, you believe in the Bible. Every time when we bring the Bible into it, it's like, okay, you're gonna believe a book or no, it's like we actually see the truths that like why would I believe in a guy that does nothing for me? He obviously does a lot. He obviously comes through. You know what I mean? So it's a more to the story, y'all. It's not us reading words and making stuff up. No, it's more to the story. It's more so like a lifestyle where you get plenty of benefits. Trust me. You thought relationships have benefits? A relationship with God, that's the jackpot. I'm moving on. I'd like to start with featuring today's dress of the day. No. If you have not yet had a chance to visit www.themodestfitting.com, please do so and sign up for my newsletter so you can be notified when I drop my first collection. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So I started reading this new book called Fascinating Womanhood. And it wanted to take a couple of minutes or so, probably more than a couple, to just review some of the things that the book was talking about. This isn't quite as formal as a book review as the first book review I did. Definitely a little bit more casual. But the author in here, she's a Christian woman. And I have to warn you, if you do get this book and you do read it, please understand I don't endorse everything that's in here because some of this stuff I was like, I flat out reject that. But there were other things that I was like, that is actually really worth considering. And one of the things that caught my eye was she's still kind of like a feminist, this the one that's talking. So it's going to kind of, but because she like believes in the Bible, a lot of she's already worked through a lot of her issues. It's okay. Sleep on the
How do you love a man? And more specifically, how do you love your husband? By accepting him. And I thought that this was a pretty interesting topic because
accepting him versus changing him.
Because I didn't realize all of the specific ways that we as wives can, without realizing it in a way, choose to not accept our husbands until she kind of just laid it out in an easy way for me to understand. I want to read an excerpt. Dr. Peel answered firmly and a little impatiently. Don't you know that you should accept a man at face value and not try to change him? Dr. Peel's advice is essential to a happy marriage and the foundation.
So we as women, we have to learn how to accept a man at face value. Don't try to change him. Ladies, I tried it. I tried it. I tried. I learned. Don't ever. It was okay to get married because I thought I was going to change him. And it took me a very long time to say, you know what? And never again in my life will I ever try to change another human being. Whatever you give me, this is the same. Wherever you put me, that's where I stay. Not changing an individual, not changing a man, especially not a man. Oh gosh, no.
A fascinating womanhood. Therefore, if you want a happy marriage, accept your husband at face value and don't try to change him. Later on down in the page, it says, acceptance is easier to understand if you form a mental picture of a man with a line drawn down the center, dividing him into two equal parts. Visualize on one side painted in bright color to represent his virtues. Picture on the other side, something painted in a dull color to represent his faults. Then turn the dull side out of you so you see only the bright side. You know the dull side is there, but you're not looking on it.
So basically, you have to literally, there are some things. Oh, let me give you the disclaimer. If you're in an abusive relationship, this does not apply. If he's cheating, does not apply. And or addiction, it does not apply. Okay, so that's when you get out the relationship, right? But other than that, it's like everything else, this person's a human being. That you know, I kind of feel like men accept us more than we accept them. Men accept us more than we accept them. Can you imagine being with a guy and he's like, "Oh yeah, you need to lose weight. Oh yeah, you need to, you're cooking like you do something, but then they have a commentary on what you do. You do something. It's not like you're doing nothing. You do something, but they have the commentary. Yeah, I think you need to put, they got something to say about your food. They got something to say about the house. Like you cleaned it, but it wasn't white glove test, right? That's how we treat our men sometimes. Be bold enough to admit, I have done that before, Ruth. Ruth, I've done it. Whatever he was doing, I was just upset and I was criticizing him. And yes, I didn't think it was enough. I didn't. Be honest. It's gonna be good for your soul.
See only the bright side. Acceptance means to accept him as a human being who is part virtue and part fault, and to stop worrying about his faults and look to his better side.
Stop worrying about his faults and look to his better side. Now, when I told y'all to pick a king. Did I not say pick a king? Kind, intelligent, natural masculinity, and genuine. If you picked well from the beginning, this is what I tell my clients in real estate. If we can pick a house that doesn't need a lot of repairs from looking at it, then the home inspection goes way better. Don't pick one and it look like a mess and then think like, oh, well, we'll just look at the home inspection and it'll get better. It's not going to get better. Thank you, love. Right? It's not going to get better. Wait, my banner's not showing? Oh, okay. There you go. Appreciate it, love. So it's not going to get better. You have to focus on what he does right. We have a natural need for drama. We have a natural need to put our 2 cents in everything he does. We want to control everything. I know. But the more you focus on yourself and what you got going on, the more, not to say you got to be selfish, right? But more you are like, the way I can communicate with him is by doing what we agreed I was going to do. And if you put all of your effort and focus on doing that stuff, you're really not going to have time to be looking at him and cutting him down, because the only way you can have time is if you're not doing your stuff. If you're giving 50%, 40%, 70%, 80%, baby, that's still not 100. You busy working on he's doing 90%, right? And you that 10% looking bigger and bigger every day. He's doing, I would give it 80. He's doing 80% of the stuff right, right? If he's doing less than 60% stuff right, then man, why'd you choose him? That's on you. You need to look in the mirror. I'm talking with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking her to change her way. Pick him, pick the best that you can, and from there, you gotta be blinded. Blinded. Long as he's not doing the unforgivables, you can mention a couple things, and if he doesn't change it, that's just him. It's just him. You gotta accept him, and accepting him is loving him. Accepting him is loving him.
I thought that this was a really interesting point because, as I've stated before, my husband and I have recently celebrated a decade married, and something that I've realized is that it is actually a choice. And because we're women, I'm speaking from the perspective of wives. This would apply to husbands, but I'm not a man. So, as wives, we can make the decision to either have laser focus on our husband's faults, making ourselves miserable and him miserable in the process.
So when you're focused on his faults, you become miserable, he becomes miserable. But you feel like you're okay with that because the blame is on him. But what if he focused on your faults? All you gotta do is switch it.
Or we can make the deliberate decision to instead focus on, emphasize, and celebrate the things that he does right. In the way that she put it, to celebrate his virtues. That is a real
So not only recognize his virtues or the good things about him, celebrate the good things about him. What is that? That goes back to our definition about respect. Why did I delete it? I know me. I'm gonna go back to it. Hold on. Hey, Gregard. Okay. Right? Best wishes. Use in friendliness. Okay. Let's go back.
Decision that we make. I don't think that many of us, and I'll speak for myself, I didn't realize that when I was just constantly going through the list of things that my husband does quote unquote wrong or doesn't do them the way that I would like.
Now, remember we talked about on the show how there's women out there creating videos. There are women out there creating videos saying, that's why I'll never get married because I don't want to do this for you. And I don't want to do this. They took all the complaints of the wives. That's why I blamed it on the wives. Why are y'all complaining about your man on the internet? Who's the internet? Who is the internet? Who's the internet? Who's the internet? Who? Where they at? What's their number? Why you care to call the internet all the time and tell it your business? Why? Is it helping somebody? Wait. So you telling me you're not putting your flaws out there, but you're putting your husband's flaws out there. They're literally TikToks going on how stupid their husband is, what dumb thing he did. Instead, if a man did that to a woman, if a man was like, look how dumb my wife is. She thought that, going to get an oil change should have been done once a year. Like, shut up, Ruth. Shut up. Why me and Oya don't get along? Oh God. Right? And then all the guys would be laughing and they will be embarrassed. But this is what women do to their husbands all the time. Men can't do that. If they did that, that'd be mean. Oh, you're mean. One thing about people talk about things are mean, they be the main ones saying mean stuff. Move on, Rue. Move on. I ain't got time. All right, let's go to the next one.
About their husbands. And as I go through this list, I want you to listen out and consider.
So even accept everything about him. The way he dresses, the things he says. Don't try to correct him. Don't try to lead him in that way. Okay? This is how you show him respect. Because a man doesn't want to be led by a woman in that way. He wants to be respected. He wants to be the one that, remember when they say stroking the man's ego? Right? He wants to be the one that's like, oh, you are so great, And then he gonna when you do stuff like that, he's gonna like run full force into a brick wall for you because he loves you and he cares about you and he wants you to be happy, and you're the person that makes him the most happy. If you weren't, you wouldn't be there. That's one. That's one. Some of the things, man. Some of the things. I'm talking about good men. I'm not talking about manipulative men. I'm not talking about game players. I'm not talking about them. Every man is not a husband. Every man is not a husband. Every man is not a husband. But for the ones that are, if you're in their life, if they give you their attention, their respect, that they're giving you love and attention and all of that, the things that you want, that means a lot. They didn't have to go that route. Moving on.
Does any of this
We're going to talk about ways that wives reject their husbands.
And if so, is this something that you would be open to trying to make better, instead of it being something that you, even if you don't let the words come out of your mouth, if it's just something that you let your heart meditate on and you inwardly are complaining and criticizing your husband, could you consider letting it go? But let's go into her list.
So some of the things that women do, we criticize their career or their lack of ambition, you know. So you got to be careful about that.
She said, what faults do men have that women try to change? First and foremost, personal habits. Examples of these would be poor eating habits, bad table manners, neglect of personal...
Stop. Poor eating habits and bad table manners. You know that looks like? Oh, don't put your elbows on the table. Don't do that. Like, are you really going to mother him at this age? Are you really going to do that? I mean, my philosophy is whatever issues I have, I'm going to take it to God. I'm going to take it to God. And stop trying to change them. And there's two things with God. Either he changes it in the person or he changes you. But I'm probably sure that he's going to change you. You know, a lot of things, I noticed that with me, a lot of things I don't allow it to bother me like other women can bother them, because I've trained myself to be like, okay, well, that's their uniqueness. That's what makes them different. That's what makes, you know, it could be a little embarrassing. But if that person, majority of the time, causes you to admire them, and you sit there and focus on the 20% of the times that they embarrass you, or that it wasn't perfect, or they were being a human being. Come on, look, I'm begging you, please let him be human. Let him be a human being, please. Because if they was being real with us, they would rip us to shreds. But they know that we're human, and they appreciate that we're softer, more vulnerable than they are supposed to be. If you tell me if you a nigga with a nigga, then you I don't know what to tell you, sir, ma'am, right? But they kind of handle us. They don't handle us like they handle other men. I promise you that. They handle us in a way, but we don't want to handle them right back in that way. So that's where we gotta make those changes.
Appearance could be the way he dresses, or spelling and grammar, bad temper.
Correcting his grammar. You don't want to be the annoying, like you're literally always there. When y'all are married, you're always there, and you're always correcting him or telling him this is inappropriate, how he talks, all these things. If they're really deal breakers, just don't marry him. If they're really deal breakers, just mention it. If he doesn't change it, then like move on. Let it go. It is what it is. You know, people design how they're gonna be, and you don't like to design. Pick somebody else.
Around the house. Anyone else deal with a husband who leaves socks and things on the floor?
Like, what's the big deal with socks? Honestly, like when people be saying stuff like that, I just be like, how many times do you take your clothes off in the bathroom and you forgot them there? But then you want to compare. Oh, he left his socks on the floor. Okay, so I don't.
Lack of courtesy.
Pick them up.
Those are just some examples. Number 2, how they spend their time.
By the way, men, they're not that courteous. If you find a man that's courteous, good for you, man. They're not that. They don't think about others as much as women think about others. Like around, you know how you scoot around and move around and all that stuff. Only if it's like a woman. Like I notice how guys, if it's a woman that they either an elderly woman or a hot woman, they'll move around. But if you a regular schmegular, they just looking at you like, man, and what?
Women sometimes complain that their husbands spend too much time watching TV.
I've mentioned this on the show where women want to control. Oh, he's playing too many video games. He's watching too much TV. Why is he not being ambitious enough? And the man went to work. He did everything he's supposed to do, but you're gonna nag him about it. You're gonna be upset that he's watching TV. What if you was tired and you was like, "Yo, I cannot wait." You was at work and you like, "I cannot wait to go home. I'm finna watch me in Netflix. I'm about to watch me some Money Heist, all them seasons again." Me and my kids were watching that. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So, and he come around like, "Why are you being lazy? Why are you not ambitious enough? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I think that should be like role reversal for a day. Role reversal for a day would be great. You all just act like each other. And no, it sounds petty. It sounds kind of immature, but you look at yourself totally different if that happens.
Too much time playing.
But they only do stuff like that in therapy.
Video games. Too much time in the bathroom, napping in the.
Why y'all care if the man's in too much time in the bathroom and napping? Why? Yeah, I can't.
Of the day. They don't spend enough time with the children. They spend too much time at sporting events. These are examples of ways that wives can try to control and direct how their husband.
Now, I was watching Bling Empire. Okay, I'm gonna finish with this. I was watching in Bling Empire. I think y'all got the point. Y'all could do more research on this topic. And the woman, she was Asian. She has this Caucasian man. Like he's basically a billionaire. She was like, they make toilets. And she was like, "Oh, I tire you pee everywhere. You pee everywhere. I want you to sit down." She wanted the man, oh my gosh. She wanted the man to sit down and pee. Sit down and pee. He's like, "No, I got good aim. This and that." And he's like, "I'm a man. I don't need to listen to what you have to say." And I was in full agreement with him. I was like, "Ma'am, if you matter of fact, you got a housekeeper. The man provides you with a lifestyle with somebody else to clean up his pee, and then you want to go back and do it yourself, and then you want to come control." And she said she cleaned for the housekeeper, them type of people. But what does he do? He says, "You know what?" So some softy came around talking about, "Oh, whatever she like, whatever she want, whatever it is." I'm like, heebie-jeebies, too much of that. Like for me personally, I don't want too much of that because it's like you're not making the best choices. You're letting me run everything, and that's not how we get where we want to go. I care about the mission and the family more than I care about all of my every desire and whim being fulfilled. Whatever she wants, whatever it is. Like I don't do those kind of mousy guys, okay? So he's like, "Yeah, I'm a man. I'm not gonna let her tell me how to pee. Like it's me peeing." Anyway, so I guess that guy influenced him, and he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna do what my wife asked me to do." He's like, "Let me try to compromise." The compromise was he got a whole toilet in rhinestone, like a Swarovski crystals or whatever. It was very cute, nice toilet. Okay, diamond encrusted toilet. Okay, because his company makes toilets. Why not? I thought that was so thoughtful to try to please her, to show you how much some women cannot be pleased. She said, "I know put a toilet in. No, not until you sit down and pee will I put this toilet in. Wait, it's a gift for you." Now you take a double advantage, ma'am. You don't even need a toilet because of this. But now you got a nice toilet. She loved the toilet. And now she said, "If you want me to accept your gift, then you got to pee." That's manipulative. So it is what it is. I mean, in other ways, she was challenging him like, "Oh no, you gotta he was like, "Can I have some pancakes?" And she was like, "No, look, all this beautiful fruit platter." And I was like, "I don't know." She was kind of right about that. But it wouldn't hurt to give the man one pancake. I don't know. What do I know? She said, "I want you to live long." which is sweet. So it's a balance of it. Um, and they accept it. So if men can accept it, we have to accept it as women. Okay, that is it, guys. Let me know what you think about the topic. Let me know tips to love a good man. And what do you think about it? Thank you so much, guys, for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. Bye. I bless your dating life, your marriage, your kids. I never fixed that, but it's okay. Bye.